Hello and welcome here to this episode of my Cambridge United career mode, and we're getting this one started with a game versus Stevenage in the Football League 2. As you can tell by the standings, we're still fairly low in the standings at 21st with 16 points, but a win today versus Stevenage, who are ranked one under us, 22, would propel us up one spot and hopefully get us some momentum going in towards the January transfer window, which is quickly approaching, which will be quite an interesting few episodes. But we're just about ready to start here versus Stevenage. As you saw there, this is Kwesi Appiah's first start since returning from injury. He came off the bench in that last match and scored a wonderful goal. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But we are underway here in the first game of this episode versus Stevenage in the Football League 2. The first highlight comes in the 10th minute with a corner for Stevenage, and Lee plays the ball into the corner. It falls to a defender and is cleared away. A slow start to the first half as the next highlight comes in the 27th minute, again for Stevenage, as Deacon has the ball, looking for an outlet. He finds Okimo, who takes the shot, and that's a great save by Chris Dunn, who was able to put it over the bar. And on the ensuing corner, Lee with the corner again. He plays that into the middle, and that is easily headed away by our defender. Now in the 41st minute, the throw-in from Donaldson goes to Lanzani. He gives it right back to him. Donaldson gets around a defender, looking for the cross. He's going to step in and shoot, and that easily goes wide. Now into the second half, it is the 51st minute, and we have another chance. Champion into Chadwick. Chadwick gets around a defender, steps around, shoots, and puts it straight at the Stevenage goalkeeper, and that is eventually cleared, but we still have the ball. Dunk, turns, and will shoot. No, he gets challenged hard, and no call, and that will be cleared away. 57th minute, corner, Miller plays it into the middle. That is bobbled around, headed away, and finally cleared by Tom Elliott. 59th, Champion into Chadwick. Chadwick stops, lays it off to Appiah. Appiah turns, spins, shoots, and that's straight at the keeper again, and eventually cleared by Stevenage. Now in the 90th minute, one of the final chances of this game. Appiah fake shots, he's got space, gets around man, shoots, and that one will roll just wide. Tom Elliott couldn't get there in time. Now Appiah with the 4 minutes added. Appiah steps around, shoots, and again straight at the keeper. That's what's been our downfall in this game, but it's headed back into the middle. Chadwick loses it, tries to find an outlet. He does. That's Donaldson. Donaldson with speed, throws it into the middle. That's deflected, and that's going to be the end of this one. Unfortunately, we do not score in this one, ending in a 0-0 draw. And so here are your player ratings. Champion with a 7.6, Dunn with a 7.2, and Nelson with a 6.9 were all of our higher ratings. Miller, Appiah, Chadwick, and Donaldson also did fairly well. We'd had a good game in. As you look at the ratings, our lowest is only a 6.2, which is a fairly good game, as usually we have some guys in the the 6.0 rating, or maybe in the 5s. But we move on, and in this one we're against Accrington Stanley. That's right, Accrington Stanley for Football League 2 action. Let's see if we can pick up a win in this one. We need to start stringing together some points, and unfortunately draws are just not going to cut it. We need to start getting those 3 points and climbing back up the ladder, because we are only, I believe at the time of this, only 10 or 12 points out of the final playoff spot for promotion. So if we can string together some wins, have some other teams lose, we can quickly climb up the standings, and hopefully we can do that relatively soon. But we are underway here versus Accrington Stanley in Football League 2. The first highlight comes in the 4th minute with a free kick opportunity for Accrington, and that free kick just barely goes wide. And now in the 11th minute, it's our turn. 30-yarder from Donaldson barely misses the left post. Another free kick, this time in the 22nd minute. Crossed in, and that's a beautiful ball, but it goes off of one of our defenders and in. Unfortunately, I think that was Miller who let that one in off of his head. And had he not done that, that would have been an easy stop for Chris Dunn. And unfortunately, that means it's an own goal. And Accrington is up 1-0. Corner, Champion gets it off the clearance. Shoots! That's deflected, and Chadwick is unable to put that one in the back of the net off of the bounce. Down the 28th. Elliott. A couple of moves, and he's got space. Turns the corner, shoots! And that one goes wide left again. We need to convert on these shots, as missing the net is going to do no good, as it just gives the ball right back to Accrington. Now Chadwick in the 32nd, and that's into Appia. And Appia misses the net. Just at least get it on target, guys. Now in the 45th minute, Dunk. He's got tons of space. Shoots! Misses the net again. That's right, we have been unable to hit the net at all. 45th minute. Header! Over the bar. We just need to hit the net. That's all I'm asking right now. Just hit the net and things can happen. Taylor into the middle to Appia, who heads it, and that is easily dealt with by Dauber, the Accrington Stanley goalkeeper. 87th minute. Dunk with speed around to Appia. Appia stops, back to Dunk. Dunk crosses it into Elliott, who gets a head to it, but it goes off the crossbar and is cleared away, but it falls to Champion, who heads it to Donaldson. Donaldson gets around his man, looking to the corner. Still with the ball, into the middle, Chadwick! And that is stopped by Dauber. And that is going to end it. We fall 1-0 to Accrington Stanley because of an own goal. And that's just not the result we were looking for. Unfortunately, we fall because of one of our goals. It's unfortunate. We really needed this result. And instead, I'm sorry, it was Tom Champion with the own goal. But nonetheless, Donaldson somehow ended up getting the man of the match with an 8.1. Chadwick with a 7.7. Lanzani with a 7.1. Appia with a 6.7. Champion with the own goal still with a 6.0. But it's just, we cannot keep having these results if we want to move up the table. We need to start stringing together some wins. And it's got to start soon because we're running out of time. We're almost halfway through the season as the January transfer window is coming up. But Donaldson is out for 6 days with a dead leg quad. And now here is our first scouting report from Scotland, I believe. Robbie Cooper and Paul Arfield. 2 are decently rated, but not what we're looking for right now. And now it's time for a squad report. Chris Dunn is up 2 to a 59. Lanzani up 1 to a 63. Ian Miller losing some stats, also gaining in others. Michael Nelson down 1 to a 61. He's 34 years old. We're looking to move on from him. Greg Taylor's up 1 to a 58. He's a young left back. Isago Diallo, yet to grow in anything. Ryan Donaldson, our young star, is up 2 to a 63 at only age 23. Harrison Dunk is up 1 to a 59. Luke Chadwick is starting to lose some physical ability, but still growing in the technical. Robbie Simpson up 1 to a 60. He is 29 and still growing. Tom Elliott up 1 to a 61 at age 24. He is one of our main strikers. Ryan Horn has grown in a couple spots, but nothing overall wise. He's still 47. Bobby Joe Taylor's up 2 to a 51 at age 19. Liam Hurst is at a 51 at age 20. Same position as well. Liam Hughes is up 2 to a 57 at age 22. He's another one of our young guys who are trying to grow. Will Norris, the backup goalkeeper, is up 2 to a 52. He's yet to get any game time this year. Josh Colson's up 1 to a 58. Harry Lennon, who's on loan from Charlton Athletic, has grown 2 in one of his stats. Ryan Bird is up 2 to a 60. Sam Whittall is up 2 to a 53. He's also a young backup. Richard Tate's yet to grow in anything, which is quite disappointing. Tom Champion's up 1 to a 62. It's nice to see that he's still growing overall, even at age 28. Moving on, Kwesi Appia has grown 2 to a 64 at age 24. He's owned by Crystal Palace and is somebody that I'd love to get permanently. He's been phenomenal when he's been playing. Jaden Stockley from Bournemouth is up 3 to a 59. And now it is our final match of this episode versus Plymouth Argyle in Football League 2. Hopefully we can get a win in this one and finally get the 3 points in what seems like an eternity. As you see here, this is Plymouth's starting 11. Formation we've really yet to see that much this year, as a lot of the formations in our league are with 5 at the back. But here is what we are going with today. A full strength squad. That's right. Appia, Elliott, Chadwick, Dunk, Champion, Donaldson, Taylor, Nelson, Miller, Lanzani, and Dunn. We need to get a result. That is our only goal in this game. And it should be in every single game, but I don't know, man. We need to pull out the 3 points in this one. First chance comes in the 9th minute with a corner for Plymouth. Played into the middle, outside the box, and that is easily dealt with by Elliott. Now in the 12th, throw in. Falls to Nelson. And picked off by Elliott, and now he's gone. Plays it into the middle to Appia. He's got tons of space. Takes a touch, takes another, and it's too far in front of him as McCormick, the Plymouth goalkeeper, is able to come out and pick that one off. Now Elliott in the 15th. Plays that into the middle to Appia. Appia with speed. He cuts around one man, shoots, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Cambridge. It's our first lead of this episode. And finally, we have a lead. Now our next goal is to keep this lead. A nice left-footed shot easily into the back of the net. Basically passed that one in. Sorry about that, I just hit my mic. But Kwesi Appia gives us the lead in what seems like forever. 1-0, we need to keep this lead. 25th, free kick over the net from Plymouth. 30th minute now, Alessandra plays it into Norburn. Norburn with space, he lays it off to Alessandra. Alessandra into the middle to Reed, and he barely puts that one over the net. 40th minute, Reed with the ball. Taking on Miller. That's deflected away, he still has it. Into the middle to Blizzard, that's dealt with, and Reed puts that one well wide. Tried the volley, and that did not end well. Off of the ensuing corner, however, played into the middle, dealt with, and Lanzani will take it, and that is out. Now into the second half, 55th minute, a horrible challenge, and a man is down, but nonetheless it is Plymouth ball. Reed, Harvey, back into Reed, shoots! And because of our injured man, it is in the back of our net. Thankfully, the man who went down, I believe that was Champion, is okay, to my knowledge. But nonetheless, it's more upsetting that we allowed that goal, which means that we're now tied and have given up the lead. We are now fighting for that lead back. We need that lead back. 85th minute. Plymouth with a chance. Norburn and Alessandra. Alessandra to Morgan. Morgan to Blizzard. Shoots! And that's a nice save from Dunn. 90th. Appia gets around one. Gets around the second. Looking into the middle. He's going to step around and shoot! And that's straight at the keeper. And Tom Elliott is unable to do anything with the rebound. Challenge from Chadwick. And that goes out the touchline. And that will be Plymouth ball. Throw in to Nelson. And Chadwick gets that one right back. Shoots! And he misses the net right. That was the golden opportunity. And with that, we draw another game. We let the lead slip through our fingers. And that has been the story of this season. Too many losses and draws because of goals that have happened late after we have dominated possession or had the lead. Reed in the 56th gives this a draw. Appia with the man of the match with a 7.7. Dunn with a 7.3. Lanzani with a 6.9. Elliott with a 6.8. But I'd like to thank you for watching. As we near the January transfer window, we need to make some moves. This squad is just not doing it for us. But I'd like to thank you for watching. And have a nice day. Goodbye. Sorry, I forgot about this at the end, but we do offer contracts to a bunch of our players. that contracts are expiring so that they do not leave in January for free. We offer Champion 1000. We offer Matteo Lanzani, and I made this mistake, 1050. We also offer to Michael Nelson, even though he's likely gone in this upcoming transfer window, but we'd like to get some money from him, Nelson we offer to Tom Elliott. He's a big one. We need to get this guy re-signed. Greg Taylor, our 24-year-old left back, we re-sign as an important first-team player. Ian Miller, we re-signed to a 1-year deal. He's getting up there in age, but is still, in my opinion, better than Nelson. We also offered to Diallo, even though he's a backup. We offer him squad rotation. We'll see what he says to that. Sam Whittle we also offer to, even though I believe he's too young to be picked up. We offer him for future first team. And finally, we offer Ryan Bird 1,000 for important first team player, even though he isn't. And the big one, Luke Chadwick, 1 year crucial first team player. I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.